Yeah, evening all. So the second day of my 3 month cycling trip just finished. Um, yeah, I thought today would be kind of boring, but quite a few interesting little things happened after all. So yeah, before I tell the story of that, I'll say this is Concordia's, just east of the Harz Mountains. So yeah, I'm still in Germany. I'll be spending most of my trip in France, but I, the first stage is to get from Berlin, where I live and work, to France and visit a few mountains along the way. So yeah, the today started off in Wittenberg, so that's famous in the history of Protestantism and religion because that's where Martin Luther put his 95 theses. He nailed them to the door of the university there. So um, yeah, it was interesting to walk past the famous door, and it was quite a nice city. Like, apparently, it was always a kind of a famous and important city. I don't know if there's a university there anymore, but anyway, that was cool. So what was next? Some engineering things popped into my. I noticed some engineering stuff today. So there was this cool ferry that didn't have an engine. So the ferry was anchored to a point a few hundred meters upriver. So that stopped the ferry from going downriver. But the ferry could cross over and back across the river itself. So like you can imagine a kind of a pendulum. So it's going over and back. Um, and the way it's kind of powered is by how do I say this? So the boat is always perpendicular to the sides. It's always pointing to one side and also to the other side. Uh, but it's a pull. It's attached by this rope to a point a few hundred meters away, and it acts. It uses the water. So the boat, the ferry acts like a sail, where yeah, by using some pulleys and ropes on the boat itself, it can twist itself over and back so that yeah, the power of the river current pushes the boat kind of gradually from one side to the other. So it was only maybe 50 or 100 meters wide, or no, probably less. Quite a narrow river. Uh, and then it took maybe 3 or 4 minutes to cross over with this mechanism. It's pretty cool. So what was next? I went through this thing that looked like a little university or a little college of some sort. Nice buildings, bit of grass, and nice paths. Like it looked, I don't know how to describe it, but it seemed like a university or college or something like that. But then I noticed it was something to do with Gropius Bau. So then I quickly Googled that because I knew the name, but I didn't know anything about him. So it turned out he was some famous architect that invented some modern style of something design or architecture. I don't really know. I don't understand that kind of stuff. But it was pretty cool to see that anyway. So it's another random interesting thing I came across today. And also then I saw a museum for Junkers, so kind of a technical museum. So I knew the Junkers name from making, well, a lot of the fighter airplanes in the wars, or well, one or both wars, I can't remember, were made by Junkers. Kind of a famous name, and they did lots of engineering stuff, not just airplanes. So yeah, I think I'll start wrapping up now. Go for a swim, have something to eat, then go to my tent, and then hopefully I'll get up early tomorrow. I'm going to try getting up earlier and earlier every day to make use of the light in the morning, and also the relative cold before it gets too hot. Although tomorrow some thunderstorms are predicted, so hopefully that'll be okay. Anyway, good night, and hopefully I'll send another update tomorrow. Oh yeah, YouTube playlist. I'm putting my videos in a YouTube playlist, and as usual I put a link to Strava in the description and Instagram as well, because I put in a few photos on Instagram. Okay, good night.